Good morning, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. This is Hello Pilipinas. I'm here covering for the 6 to 8 for the news portion right here on Hello Pilipinas. I am Cairo, and yes, as you have heard, there will be a live event of the HUMSS Not Told. That is later at 8 until noon. In the meantime, we will be covering the news, which you can expect that the normal programming of DZYW has been preempted for now because of the again because of the special event later. There are some programs that are preempted today, so yeah. Okay, somehow the wrong Hello Pilipinas live stream has started. We deeply apologize. We deeply apologize for the technical difficulties on the part because the regular Hello Pilipinas stream started, which is not supposed to start. So yeah, we're going to delete the regular one here, and then we're going to create another one later after the program. Okay, now we will be getting right away into the cool news portion as we will begin with the recap of the yesterday's headlines.
Live from Cool Studios, this is Cool News Early Edition.
Let's begin with the top stories from yesterday. Indicators show that China is interfering with the Philippines' upcoming midterm elections. This was according to National Security Council Assistant Director General John Malaya, who made the revelation in the Senate's special panel on maritime and admiralty zones hearing on Thursday. Senator Francis Tolentino, who was presiding over the public inquiry as panel head, particularly asked if any indicators were being observed that suggested foreign interference in the 2025 elections. Tolentino asked in a mix of English and Filipino, particularly targeting candidates who have strong pro-sovereignty or anti-China positions. Is there any indication that the people targeted are those who are anti-China and those who support or pro-China? Is there a pattern like that? At the end of the senator's prodding, Malaya answered, there are indications that information for operations are being conducted or that Chinese state-sponsored groups in the Philippines are actually interfering in the forthcoming elections, Malaya said. In response to Malaya's categorical answer, Malaya asked if China had ongoing operations to support candidates they wanted to win and control candidates they did not prefer. Still, Malaya answered in the affirmative. Later, in the hearing, Tolentino asked which indicators of foreign interference were being observed. Malaya said that one of these indicators was that statements coming from Beijing would be employed by local proxies in the Philippines. Malaya said the script from Beijing, they say it in the Philippines. We can see that. For example, the Pentagon exercises are happening that right now. So you will see narratives coming from Beijing that the Pentagon exercise is a threat to the regional peace and stability, and you also hear that kind of statement coming from local proxies who follow the script coming from Beijing. According to Malaya, NSC has identified these local proxies who adhere to directives from China. In the related news, the National Bureau of Investigation will probe China's alleged troll farm in the Philippines seeking to influence the country's political discourse. National Security Council Assistant Director General Jonathan Malaya said that the NBI has committed to doing the investigation. He said that in the embassy following the Senate special panel on maritime and admiralty zones Thursday hearing. Malaya said in Filipino and English, there is a local troll farm being used by China to influence political discourse in the Philippines. So, sorry, I am very sure that this has criminal implications, so it's the NBI who should look at those things. That's the mandate. They have to begin the case put up immediately. According to Malaya, the NBI should start its investigation with Infamous Marketing Solutions, a Filipino registration based in Makati. What we agree upon ever since we start our investigation in terms of Chinese espionage in the Philippines is to go where the evidence will bring us. So it depends on what the investigation would show because we have seen the SGQ, the company, the others. That's where the NBI can begin their investigation, he explained. He likewise noted that the Commission on Elections may also check if this firm has violated one of its election regulations. He likewise noted that the Commission on Elections COMELEC may also check if this firm has violated one of its election regulations. Maybe the COMELEC in their regulations during elections might see something that we can base on it for us to be able to file charges against these people, said Malaya. The NBI will start their own investigation and we will check which case we could file. But definitely for the long run, as in the NSC, we need the Foreign Interference and Malign Influence Act because this is the law being used by other countries to prosecute these types of activities, he added. Proof presented by Senator Francis Tolentino during the hearing is an alleged service agreement between the Chinese embassy in Manila and Infidulous. According to Tolentino, Infidulous' job is to hire keyboard warriors or create a troll form meant to discredit the Philippine government as well as certain personalities in the country. This is a recent news as a fire probably sparked, causing an estimated damage of 1.6 million pesos. The fire started at around 1:30 a.m. in the stockroom of Cheese Bulalo house on the ground floor of a 5-story EGI2 condominium at the corner of Mola and Primo de Rivera Streets, according to a Makati Bureau of Fire Protection investigator who declined to be identified as he was not yet authorized to speak about the incident. The restaurant owner, who refused to be interviewed, had early gone out until celebrating his birthday elsewhere, only to find out shortly that his business was burned, the fire investigator told Inquiry that. There were no injuries as the customers had already left by the time the fire started. 4 minutes after the fire started, a resident in the area called the barangay hall for help, according to Engine Clavejo, the night officer in charge at the La Paz Barangay Hall. In minutes, the 2 fire trucks arrived, one from the Makati FPP and one from the barangay, along with several rescue vehicles loaded with several volunteers and barangay bayan personnel. They quickly helped the building residents, evacuated them to prevent them from suffocating from the smoke billowing out from the outer stockroom. There was no loud explosion as some bystanders reported, the fire investigator said. But there was big spark similar to what would be caused by an electrical gadget that has short-circuited. The restaurant had a total area of 40 square meters, but the firefighters were able to contain the spread of the fire to about 20 square meters, the fire investigator said. Fire was put under control at 2:07 a.m. and was declared out at 2:21 a.m. But some firefighters remained to keep hosing down the guarded area with water as a precaution. Later on Cool News on Hello Pilipinas, Tobago Giant faces 100,000 pesos fine for sponsoring concert. NEDA okays e-food voucher project for 750,000 households. Damaging tutorial videos may be used in ICC trial. And in international headlines, no lecture, no buse, That is a brand new Sweden rule. It is now 6:13 a.m. in the morning, and we will return with more headlines on Cool News Early Edition on Hello Pilipinas after the commercial break. We will be right back.
Live from
Fish ang bumabarel. Ano? Eh di, pangusa! Parang gusto niyong makatikim ng Partylist. Laging kasama.
Natakam yarn, Lucky Me Pansit Canton. Takam bango. Takam sarap. Kakain na yan. Lucky Me Pansit.
Everybody, pineapple, valley vote.
Habang ka, boss?
Umay sa kainan, Mountain Dew na yan!
Round 2. Game na!
Mountain Dew! Tikman ang adventure!
Every Filipino deserves the gentlest care down there. Baka di enough yung nakasanayan na. Dapat,
PH Care. For every Filipina na narito ang gentlest care mo. PH Care na para sa delicate area. PH Care na PH Care for every Filipina. Our gentlest care. PH level 5. See for every Filipina. Gentlest care for every day. Our gentlest care for every Filipina.
our gentlest care for your everyday freshness.
PH Care.
It's the #1 creamy coffee. Want to know the secret? New Zealand milk makes it so creamy and control roasted beans to reduce the acidity. Make it gentle sa tummy.
Kaya pala okay when I enjoy it on my empty stomach.
Coffee ko blanca. Creamy at gentle sa tummy.
Anong fish ang bumabarel? Ano? Eh di, pangusa! Parang gusto niyong makatikim, ha? Makatikim? Ng Partylist. Laging kasama.
Nakakasawa ba? Simple lang ang gagawin. Pilitin, masayahin. Sarap ng ulam na hain. Panalo na ang damdamin.
Try skin, plus may germs pa. Iligo mo lang yan.
Bioderm ang gamitin mo. Bidang feeling at smooth skin and yes, you're Filipino. Bioderm para lang sa'yo. I feel no dry skin, I'm winning, I'm blooming with Bioderm Bloom. Be the choice of Bioderm Bloom. Be the choice of Bioderm Bloom. Be the choice of Bioderm Bloom. The fun goes on.
From era to era to era. With decades of great pizza, chicken, and mojos, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
The fun goes on at Shaky.
Gamot agad? Baka may side effects.
Iba ang Biogesic. Pwede sa walang laman ng tiyan.
Maingat pala.
Choose Biogesic.
Nilab yan. James, traffic na na. Grabe pa makakabusina si Kuya. Sampulan mo na.
Bing bang bing. Ding ding bang. Bang bang bang. Bang bang.
Kahit saan, sisig ng ina mo. Lunod ka sa saya, mula sa gumagana hanggang sa dulo.
Ang sisig na hinahanap-hanap mo ay nasa sisig ng ina mo na. For just 70 pesos, may legit na kapampangan na sisig ka na with soft drinks and sabaw. Dito lang yan sa sisig ng ina mo.
Live from Cool Studios, this is Cool News Early Edition.
You're still with us right here on Cool News on Hello Pilipinas. It is now 6:20 in the morning. The Department of Trade and Industry has ordered the local arm of tobacco giant Philip Morris International to stop promoting this Steve Aoki concert it is sponsoring in July. In a statement on Thursday, the DTI said its Office for the Special Mandate on Vaporized Nicotine and Non-Nicotine Products issued a preliminary order and preventive measure order on April 23 against Philip Morris Fortune Tobacco Corporation Incorporated. The DTI said, effective immediately, PMFTC is prohibited from engaging in any form of outward and online marketing or advertising of its IQOS Illuma Stephen Aoki Limited Edition. It added that PMFTC, a dominant player in the local tobacco market with brands like Marlboro and Fortune, as well as smoke-free products such as the IQOS device, was found to have violated advertising regulations, particularly Section 12D of Republic Act No. 11900, also known as the Vaporized Nicotine and Non-Nicotine Products Regulation Act. The law prohibits ads and the use of celebrities to promote or engage the use of e-cigarettes and heated tobacco products. It also bans the sponsorship of any sport, concert, cultural, or art event. In a statement sent to the Inquirer, the DTI said the company is facing a 100,000 peso fine. For its part, the PMFTC expressed its full commitment to fully comply with government regulations following the DTI's announcement. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has approved the electronic food stamp project that will target 750,000 food insecure households. At its meeting on Wednesday, the National Economic and Development Authority, NEDA board, chaired by Mr. Marcos, approved the Reducing Food Insecurity and Undernutrition with Electronic Vouchers Refuel project. It was the final meeting of the NEDA board before it was reorganized into the Economic and Development Council in line with Republic Act No. 12145, which transformed NEDA into a full-fledged executive agency called the Department of Economy, Planning and Development. The council will also be chaired by the president. According to NEDA, Refuel is a new version of a project previously known as the Philippine Food Strategic Transfer and Alternative Measures Program, STAP. Refuel is spearheaded by the Department of Social Welfare and Development Gutom Zero Hunger 2027 Food Stamp Program as one of the government's flagship projects. Launched in 2023 and institutionalized through Executive Order No. 44, the Walang Gutom program, according to the DSWD website, provides food-poor families with electronic benefit transfer cards loaded with 3,000 pesos in monthly food credits. The credits can be used to purchase nutritious food items from accredited retailers, ensuring that vulnerable households have access to adequate and healthy meals. NEDA said the 750,000 households that will benefit from Refuel were taken from the DSWD's Listahan Free database. The project will cover the same set of beneficiaries under STEP. Refuel will be implemented from July 2025 to July 2028, following the pilot rollout of the 4 Philippine food stamp late last year. The project is estimated to cost 74.6 billion pesos, with funding coming from the Asian Development Bank, Aegis Francis, the Development, and the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries Fund for International Development. The project's goal is to strengthen our shock-responsive social protection systems by ensuring the timely delivery of food vouchers to Filipinos in need, particularly those facing hunger and nutritional challenges in the face of increased climates and disaster risk, NEDA Secretary Arsenio Balisacan said. Apart from refill, NEDA said Mr. Marcos also approved the request of the Metropolitan Waterworks and Sewage System for an increase in the total project cost of the new centennial water source Kadiwa Dam project. The President also cleared a request for a change in the scope of the project and an extension of the loan validity and implementation period. The approved revision brought the total project cost to 15.3 billion pesos. The Kadiwa Dam is designed to provide an additional 600 million liters of raw water per day. It's expected is expected to serve the National Capital Region and the provinces of Rizal and Cavite. As of December 2024, over 24.8% of the project has been constructed. Incriminating videos of former President Rodrigo Duterte speaking about his deadly ended drug war will likely be included in the evidence to be presented against him in the International Criminal Court. Human rights lawyer Cristina Conti and other lawyers representing the drug war victims said that much of the evidence they found during the plenary examination and investigation stage was public statements of the former leader. Videos of Duterte making statements will be there because that is evidence of intention, she told the Inquirer in the phone interview. ICC prosecutor Karim Kehan has already submitted for the pursual of Duterte's defense team 421 pieces of written evidence amounting to 8,565 pages. The documentary evidence also likely includes the Common Memorandum Circular number 16-2016 of the Philippine National Police, Conti said. The memo, issued on Duterte's first day in office on July 1st, 2016, introduced Project Double Barrel, which was seen as a replication of his anti-narcotics policy as Davao City Mayor. That is surely included because that circular has a national scope, said Conti, who is assisting families of drug war victims through the Rise Up for Life and Rights group. Last week, the ICC prosecutor informed the ICC Pretrial Chamber 1 that it would present around 8,000 pages of evidence, in addition to photos and audio-video files, when the tribunal hosts the confirmation hearing in September. The confirmation hearing, scheduled from September 23 to 26, is meant to determine whether the charges of murder as a crime against humanity against Duterte would proceed to a full-blown trial. The initial set of evidence was part of a collection of 168,575 pieces of evidence, including those that had yet to be vetted. Conti explained that while the prosecution was able to gather evidence during its probe, it needs to submit to the court those that are emblematic of the actual merits of the case, specifically those that would implicate him as a mastermind or an indirect perpetrator. What is truly relevant is what would prove the elements of the case, including evidence pointing to a widespread and systematic plan to attack Sen Conti. The PTC pointed out in an April 17 decision that the prosecution should only disclose evidence that is of true evidence to the case and capable of supporting a particular factual allegation. Conti noted that the prosecution, led by Karim Kehan, would find it difficult to prove that Duterte directed or planned a particular killing. The survivors of those killed in the drug war could seek recognition and reparations if Duterte is found guilty in the ICC. Those who suffered various forms of harm and trauma, classified as indirect victims, are now awaiting the start of the process for inclusion up to the court widely the valid identification documents so that they can submit to the court for proof of identity. Now, for the election updates, former Vice President Leni Robredo has endorsed two senatorial candidates running under the administration's Alianza para sa Bago Pilipinas coalition. Former Interior Secretary Ben-Hur Apolos and former Senator Manny Pacquiao have confirmed that Robredo assured them of her support when they separately visited her in Naga City and Camarines Sur. Robredo is running for Naga mayor. Those two are the first to be endorsed by Robredo for the Senate outside of the traditional liberal opposition circles. So far, the former president has openly endorsed only former Senators Kiko Pagilian and Bam Aquino, former Commission on Audit Commissioner Hedy Mendoza, and Roman Magsaysay awardee and Fisher Folk leader Francisco Bolo. There have been reports that Pagilian and Aquino, both of whom are outside the Magic 12 winning circles so far, in several preference surveys, could gain the blessing of the alliance's slate after two of its members, Las Piñas Representative Camille Villar and Senator Amy Marcos, were endorsed by Vice President Sara Duterte. Both Apolos and Pacquiao are friends of Robredo, who ran against President Marcos in 2022. In the case of Apolos, Robredo endorsed him on April 23, her birthday, when he visited her in Naga. Like her late husband, former Naga Mayor Jesse Robredo, Apolos also served as mayor of Mandaluyong City and as Interior Secretary. Let's help him because he has been helping Naga City for a long time, especially during the height of Typhoon Christine, or Drummy, Robredo said. He has been going back and forth to help us without much fanfare, but he has been consistent in helping us. That's why I'm sure that if he becomes a senator, he would help us. So let's help him, she added. Pacquiao, on the other hand, joined Robredo during a house-to-house campaign in Naga, where she characterized him as kind and trustworthy. She said, "We will always be behind him. Even when we were rivals for the presidency in 2022, he was still helping." Sought for a comment, Pagilian said, "That's her prerogative. What's important is VP Leni has been helping us ever since." Earlier this week, Speaker Martin Romy Aldis urged his party mates in the Lakas Christian Muslim Democrats Party to mobilize their resources to ensure a full alliance sweep this May 12th. But several local government officials aligned with the government still endorsed Pagilian and Aquino. Negros Occidental Governor Eugenio Jose Lacson, one of their earliest endorsers, explained that while the local coalition was committed to supporting the Marcos administration slate, the reality is many are not inclined to support a straight team and are looking for possible alternative candidates. Meanwhile, the Commission on Elections has cancelled the registration of Pilipinas Babangong Muli, or PBBM, as a party list group for misrepresentation, making it ineligible to participate in the May 12 elections. In its 10-page ruling released on Wednesday, the COMELEC Second Division granted the petition of lawyer Christian Ramirez to disqualify PBBM, saying it claims to represent the Calabarzon region, although none of its 10 nominees are from the area. Ramirez said this was a violation of Republic Act number 7941, or the Partylist System Act, as well as COMELEC Resolution number 9366. Based on the certificates of nomination acceptance submitted by the group, 8 of its nominees are from Abra Province, which is under the Cordillera Administrative Region, while the remaining 2 are from Cagayan Valley and the National Capital Region, respectively. The 10 nominees are Major Cecilia Badajos, Thomas Dominic Baluga, Karen Acosta, Elena Badajos, Iana Alex Garcia, Francis Carl Acosta, Gerald Dow, Alejandro Badajos, Henry Rita Francisca Acosta, and Mark Dan Acosta. Majority of them are from Abra, while some are from Cagayan and Quezon City. Accordingly, all 10 nominees cannot be considered one of the members of a regional political party purporting to represent Calabarzon in rather. In turn, they cannot be qualified as nominees of the PBBM, the second division said. This results in the absence of even a single qualified nominee as required by law. Accordingly, respondent is disqualified from participating in the Partylist elections for failure to field at least one qualified nominee and other. The ruling can still be appealed before Comelec and back until it reaches the Supreme Court. The Partylist group was established in in January 2022, months before the presidential elections. It took its name from the campaign slogan, "Samang-samang tayong babangumudi," of then former Senator Senior Ferdinand Marcos Jr., as well as his initials BBM, which stands for Bongbong Marcos. And President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. on Thursday expressed pride over 3 Filipino world travelers' rare feat of visiting all 193 member states of the United Nations. Marcos met with the 3 Filipinos at Malacañang Palace in Manila to honor the remarkable achievement that has been accomplished by just less than 500 people around the world. The distinguished travelers are Terikatasa, the first Filipino to complete the journey, Luisa Liu, the oldest at 79, and Kach Medina Umandab, the youngest and the first to achieve the milestone using only a Philippine passport. Marcos said he wanted to meet the 3 Filipino world travelers to benefit from their own experience, given their dedication to achieving their dreams. He said, as quoted by the Presidential Communications Office in the news release, I feel proud. I am sure you left a whole trail of new friends and new Filipino friends everywhere in the world. Marcos said Filipinos are popular worldwide for their innate hospitality and empathy. Most importantly, wherever we go, we are welcome. We create nice communities. We are really working together, the President told the 3. The travelers were accompanied by Don Nalito Bales, the founder of the global community of Filipino world travelers, during the courtesy call at Malacañang Palace. Bales gave Marcos a book he authored titled Gala Adventures of the Most Well-Traveled Filipinos and released in September 2021. The book features the stories of Bales, Ricasa, Yu, Umadab, and other inspired Filipino travelers who shared their experience and insights from their global journeys. Constitution framer Christian Monsod and Cardinal Aplo Virgilio David have asked the Supreme Court to overturn a lower court ruling allowing commercial fishing within the 15-kilometer municipal waters, saying it went against the charter's intent. In the 31-page petition for certiorari filed before the High Tribunal on Thursday, they said the framers of the 1987 Constitution enshrined the rights of marginalized fishermen to protect them from powerful and money interests. Born by the need to achieve social justice, the Constitution placed favorites. The overarching principle of the Constitution is to prioritize subsistence fishermen in local communities in the utilization of the state's communal marine and fishing resources, Monod and David, along with the Environmental Legal Assistance Center, said. The petition specifically seeks to reverse the December 11, 2023 decision of the Malabon Regional Trial Court Branch 170, which invalidated several provisions of Republic Act No. 8550 or the Philippine Fisheries Code of 1998, as well as the Department of Agriculture Administrative Order and No. 10, Series of 2015. Marcy Dar Fishing Corp, Judge Saldi Dosena of Malabon RDC Branch 170, the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, and the Office of the Solicitor General were named respondents in the case. In its 2023 ruling, the lower court allowed Marcy Dar to operate across all territorial waters of the Philippines, regardless of the 50-kilometer limit, as long as the waters are at least 7 fathoms deep. The court held that the 50-kilometer boundary for municipal waters lacked scientific basis and was merely a political demarcation. Environmental group Oceana filed a separate petition in Germany challenging the same decision. It revealed that the Supreme Court, in an unsigned resolution dated August 19, 2024, upheld the Malabon RTC ruling. Under the High Court's internal rules, an unsigned resolution resolves a case on the merits but does not have significant doctrinal value and is generally of limited interest to the legal community, the academy, or the public. In their latest petition, Monsok, David, and Aulak accused Dosena of violating the separation of powers doctrine by failing to defer properly to the legislative and executive as co-equal branches of government. The petitioner said a case of this nature should be seen enough to praise and understand for any right-minded judge. A cooperation that invokes the Constitution to undo the decades-old delineation and jurisdiction of LGUs over municipal waters must, at the very least, contend first with the difference to the Congress and the executive as coordinate and co-equal branches of government, the petitioner said. And finally, in the international headlines, Sweden will allow its microbreweries, vineyards, and distilleries to sell their drinks on-site to visitors in a relaxation of strict rules on alcohol sales that aim to protect public health and which have been in place since 1955. But visitors must be on a paid tour and must listen to what the law describes as a lecture with real content about the drink first, as well as facts about the negative effects of alcohol consumption. Under current rules, shops in the Nordic country can only sell drinks with up to 3.5% alcohol. For stronger drinks, consumers must head to Systembolaget, the state-run alcohol chain which operates 450 outlets across Sweden. The stores have limited opening hours, don't advertise alcohol, or discount drinks. The government's so-called farm sale law for alcoholic beverages of all strengths takes effect in June and runs for 6 years before a mandatory evaluation. The law states visitors must have paid, can buy only small souvenir-style amounts, and have to listen to a lecture with an educational element. The change is controversial and seen by politicians on the left as a first step in dismantling the state's decades-old monopoly on alcohol sales. Sweden was given an exception to the European legislation on free trade of goods when it joined in 1995. Sweden's right-wing government has called the change of freedom reform, with which it aims to boost the microbrewery and drinks sector and the tourism industry while still protecting the monopoly and public health. The proposal passed with 154 votes for and 129 votes against. Moderate Party lawmaker John Harrison said on X, "In my opinion, a far too cautious proposal but a clear step in the right direction. I vote yes with joy." In an earlier challenge of a retail monopoly, the Supreme Court in 2023 ruled that an online wine retailer had the right to sell directly to Swedish households and businesses. Nordic neighbor Finland, which also has one of the European Union's strictest alcohol policies, has been easing its restrictions since 2017 when it allowed on-site sales for small breweries. Later on Cool News Early Edition, part of Hello Pilipinas, we will be taking a look at the weather forecast courtesy of Pagasa and more headlines right here on Cool News right here after the break. We will be right back.
Ng mas mabilis na internet connection para wala na kayong marinig ng mga lintik na batang umiiyak dahil na-disconnect sila habang naglalaro ng Royal High at Tower of Hell. Ako po si Bacon Man at ako naman si Bacon Girl. Kami ang Partylist para sa mga naglalaro ng Roblox. Iboto ngayon
Ang totoong number 1. Ako at
iboto ngayon
ang totoong number 1. Ako at ang CDO Fantastic Tocino. Gawa ito sa 100% young pork. Kaya may tamang lambot at sarap ng tocino. Fantastic talaga! Ay!
Eksena ka? Fantastic! Ang number 1!
Our best ever idol hot dog. So meaty, so juicy, so sweet pa!
Percent Derby. May masusulit pa ba sa Jor A? Tamang-tama lang sa panlasang Pinoy. Jor A.
Ang malamig at matamis na Jor A Sunday Twirl.
Dito na tayo sa Jor A. Kung saan lahat ay okay sa Jor A.
Lahat ito ay super mura. Lahat ang mapaganda dito sa Jor A.
Napatunayan na ng bayan, wala na ng iba. Quality service ang kailang dala. Mapapa-Jor A talaga kayo, cause ang party list namin ay Jor A.
Ay, bitin. Putik pa ang Chowking Halo-Halo Supreme. Super sangkap, kompletong lamig sarap.
Sarap na summer! Chowking Halo-Halo Supreme! Mga babad sa pawis. Mga asim niyan. Ha?
Pero, bakit may mabango? Yes, nag-down siya. May 24-hour perfume kahit pawisan ka pa.
Wala si Mom. Dad can make dishes special with Lady's Choice, the #1 mayo with best quality ingredients, 100% farm fresh eggs. Wow! Sarap! Special! Lady's Choice.
Natakam yarn, Lucky Me Pansit Canton. Takam bango. Takam sarap. Kakain na yan, Lucky Me Pansit Canton. Sarapines.
Happy Meal!
Dito na tayo sa Jor A. Kung saan lahat ay okay sa Jor A. Lahat dito ay super mura. Lahat mga maganda dito sa Jor A. Sa Jor A, napatunayan na ng bayan, wala namang iba. Quality shopping ang aming dala. Mapapa-Jor A talaga kayo. Ang supermarket namin ay Jor A.
May chika sa Chicken McDo! Vice? Uy, Vice!
Confirm! Much malaki na, much pinasarap pa ang Chicken McDo. 99 pesos lang. You must try it, pare.
Daddy, June 10, got tickets to your favorite artist, G?
Wait, ani view ng parents ko. Once in a lifetime to, girl!
Choose your true kasama.
I choose my family.
Kasama ang... Ikaw, what's your true?
Wala kaming commercial. Pwera na lang sa commercial nito, oo naman. Pero, meron ba kaming bagong produkto? Meron ba kaming iaalok sa inyo? Meron ba kaming kinuhang artista o sikat na personalidad para i-endorse kung ano mang inaalok namin? Siyempre, ang sagot niyan, wala. Literal na wala. Wala kami niyan, Chong.
Ang saya ng kainan ay pwedeng maabala ng iba't ibang sintomas ng reflux. Take Gaviscon Double Action. It soothes, neutralizes, and protects. For fast and long-lasting multi-symptom relief, go on with Gaviscon Double Action. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Drowning in work? Time out with Tortillos. Savor stone ground real corn goodness with intense, delicious flavor for that real good break. Time out with Tortillos.
Feel G with the new Greenwich Over Delicious Overload. Overly cheesy. Now over the edge toppings. On top of our freshly baked soft crust.
Sarap talaga. Bakit?
New Greenwich Over Delicious Overload.
Sarap to feel G.
Every Filipino deserves the gentlest care down there. Baka di enough yung nakasanayan na. Dapat,
PH Care. For every Filipina na narito ang gentlest care mo. PH Care na para sa delicate area. PH Care na PH Care for every Filipina. Our gentlest care. PH level 5. See for every Filipina. Gentlest care for every day. Our gentlest care for every Filipina.
Our gentlest care for your everyday freshness.
PH Care.
Live from Cool Studios, this is Cool News Early Edition.
This is Cool News Early Edition on Hello Pilipinas, and we will get into the latest weather forecast from Pagasa. Do we have a video or up, TOC? If so, we will roll the video of the latest weather forecast issued at 4 a.m. earlier, courtesy of Pagasa.
Magandang umaga sa ating lahat. Ngayon ay April 25, 2025 at narito ang update ukol sa magiging lagay ng panahon sa susunod na 24 oras. Patuloy pa rin umiiral ang Intertropical Convergence Zone or ITCZ dito sa Southern Mindanao, kung saan ngayong araw ay magdadala pa rin ito ng mataas na tsansa ng mga pag-ulan, pagkidlat at pagkulog dito sa may silangan at katimugang bahagi ng Mindanao. So pag-iingat pa rin po para sa ating mga kababayan dyan sa posibilidad ng mga pagbaha at pagguho ng lupa. Samantala, ang easterlies naman o yung mainit na hangin mula sa dagat Pasipiko ay umiiral pa rin or nakakaapekto sa malaking bahagi or sa nalalabing bahagi ng ating bansa, kung saan ngayong araw ay magdadala pa rin ito ng mainit at maalinsangan na panahon at mayroon pa rin tayong posibilidad ng mga isolated o mga biglaang pag-ulan, pagkidlat at pagkulog. And sa kasalukuyan ay wala pa tayong minomonitor na bagyo or low pressure area na maaaring makaapekto dito sa ating bansa. At para nga sa maging lagay ng panahon ngayong araw ng Biyernes, dito sa buong bahagi ng Luzon kasama na dyan ng Metro Manila, ay patuloy tayong makakaranas ng bahagyang maulap hanggang sa maulap na kalangitan. Mainit at maalinsangan pa rin yung panahon natin na mararanasan at bagamat mababa pa rin yung tsansa ay may posibilidad pa rin po tayo ng mga isolated o yung mga biglaan at mga panandali ang pag-ulan, pagkidlat at pagkulog na dulot ng easterlies. Agwat ng temperatura dito sa Metro Manila ay mula 25 to 35 degrees Celsius. Sa Baguio ay 18 to 28 degrees Celsius. Samantala, yung maximum temperature naman sa Lawag ay maaring umabot hanggang 34 degrees Celsius. Sa Tagaytay at Legazpi ay 33 at sa area naman ng Tugigaraw ay hanggang 37 degrees Celsius. Samantala sa bahagi naman ng Visayas at Mindanao, ngayong araw ay magiging maulap pa rin yung kalangitan na may mga pag-ulan, pagkidlat at pagkulog. Dito po yan sa bahagi ng Davao del Sur, ng Davao Oriental, Surigao del Sur, Davao Occidental, maging sa bahagi din ng Sultan Kudarat, Sarangani at sa area din ng Basilan, Sulu at Tawi-Tawi. Ito po mga pag-ulan nito ay posible maging katamtaman hanggang sa mga kung minsan ay mga malalakas na pag-ulan na maaari po magdulot ng mga pagbaha at pagguho ng lupa. So pag-iingat pa rin po para sa ating mga kababayan. Samantala, dito naman sa buong bahagi ng Visayas, maging sa area ng Palawan at nalalabing bahagi pa ng Mindanao ay patuloy pong magiging bahagyang maulap hanggang sa maulap yung ating kalangitan. Mainit at maalinsangan pa rin po yung panahon natin lalong-lalo na sa tanghali at may posibilidad pa rin ng mga isolated o mga biglaang pag-ulan, pagkidlat at pagkulog sa hapon at gabi dulot ng easterlies at ng ITCZ. Agwat ng temperatura dito sa Puerto Princesa at Kalayaan Islands ay mula 26 to 35 degrees Celsius. Samantala yung maximum temperature naman dito sa Iloilo, Cebu, Cagayan de Oro at Zamboanga ay maaari pong umabot hanggang 33 degrees Celsius. Sa Tacloban naman ay 32 degrees Celsius at sa Davao ay 34 degrees Celsius. At para naman po sa heat index or yung damang init, ngayong araw dito po sa Metro Manila, yung heat index forecast natin ay maaaring umabot hanggang 40 40 degrees Celsius, samantala 45 degrees Celsius naman dito sa Dagupan City, Pangasinan. At may kita nga po natin dito sa ating heat index forecast map na maraming areas pa rin yung makakaranas or posibleng makaranas ng heat index na maaari pong umabot sa danger level, partikular na yan dito sa mga bahagi ng Cagayan, Isabela, sa ilang bahagi pa ng Ilocos Region, Central Luzon, Calabarzon, Bicol Region, Mimaropa, malaking bahagi ng Western Visayas at ilang bahagi pa ng Negros Island Region at Central Visayas. So generally po ay mainit at maalinsangan pa rin yung panahon na ating mararanasan sa malaking bahagi ng ating bansa, kaya doble ingat po para sa ating mga kababayan upang maiwasan natin yung heat stress o yung iba pang panganib na maaari pong idulot ng init ng panahon sa ating kalusugan. At para naman sa lagay ng dagat baybayin ng ating bansa, wala po tayo nakataas na gale warning. Kaya malaya makapalaot yung mga kababayan natin mga ngisda, pati na rin yung may mga maliliit na sasakyang pandagat. Dito sa Metro Manila, ang araw ay sisikat mamayang 5:37 ng umaga at lulubog mamayang 6:12 ng hapon. Patuloy po tayo magantabay sa updates na ipapalabas ng Pag-asa at para sa mas kompletong impormasyon, bisitahin ang aming website pag-asa.dowst.gov.ph. At yan po muna ang latest dito sa Weather Forecasting Center ng Pag-asa. Grace Castañeda, magandang umaga po.
Thank you very much, Pag-asa, for the latest weather updates. Now, for the last round of the global headlines, and we will have a timeout until 7:40. United States Defense Secretary Pentagon's Chief of Staff will leave his job, Politico reported Thursday, in the latest shakeup to hit the upper echelons of the Pentagon's leadership. Joe Casper had been expected to move to a different post at the Pentagon, but now intends to return to working on government relations and consulting, Politico said, citing an interview with him. Casper said he will also continue advising the Pentagon as a special government employee, which limits him to working 130 days per year, the outlet added. His departure is the latest in the series of high-profile exits from the Pentagon, including 3 top officials who were removed last week amid an investigation into leaks after they reportedly clashed with Casper. Former senior advisors Darren Selnick, Don Caldwell, and Colin Carroll hit back on Sunday, saying Pentagon officials had slandered our character with baseless attacks. They said in a joint statement posted on social media, "We still have not been told what exactly we were investigated for, if there is still an active investigation, or if there was even a real investigation of leaks to begin with." Essex former Pentagon Press Secretary John Elliott also took aim at him in the scathing opinion piece on Sunday that described a month of total chaos at the Pentagon. President Donald Trump has a strong record of holding his top officials to account. Given that it's hard to see Defense Secretary Pentagon remaining in his role for much longer, wrote Elliott. The shakeup comes as Hexit faces a new scandal over his reported use of messaging app Signal to discuss U.S. strikes on Yemen with his wife and other people not usually involved in such discussions. The White House has stood by him so far, just weeks after it emerged that he also shared details about the strikes against the Houthi rebels in another Signal chat to which the journalist had been inadvertently added. And another unfortunate incident has happened. A student killed a girl and wounded 3 other pupils in a stabbing spree on Thursday at a French private school that prompted demands for tighter security in classes after a series of attacks. The youth, whose identity has not been revealed but who had expressed an admiration for Adolf Hitler, was overcome by teachers after staging attacks in several classrooms, witnesses said. He was detained by police but hospitalized after a psychiatric examination. The suspect sent a rumbling email to other students just before the attacks. The psychiatrist who examined the suspect concluded that his state of health is incompatible with the current police custody, not as prosecutor Antonin Leroy told reporters. In the latest case, to shock friends, the assailant attacked fellow students with a knife at the door them the Torres Idris Girls School in the western city of Natas. One of the three wounded, a girl, was said to be in critical condition. President Emmanuel Macron, writing on X, said the courage of the teachers who floored the youth had prevented a higher toll. He said through their intervention, teachers likely prevented other tragedies. Their courage demands respect. Prime Minister Francois Bayrou urged an intensification of controls in and around schools following the attack. He called for a response to an endemic violence among some youths and demanded proposals to prevent further knife attacks. Bayrou said secure gates at all schools was a possibility. AFP spoke with one student who gave an account of what happened. She said without giving her name, "I was in the cafeteria with my friends and we were told that a high school pupil had stopped students in several classrooms. We were told not to leave the cafeteria for about 20 minutes and then we were confined to a gym." She added the assailant was known to be depressed. He said he hated Hitler. The suspect sent a long email to other pupils in which he said globalization has transformed our system into a machine to decompose humanity. He advocated a biological revolt to facilitate a return to a natural order of things, even a growth instead of globalist ecocide. The school administration sent a message to the families of the 2,000 students informing them of the incident. Students had been immediately confined inside the school, the statement added. In coordination with the authorities present, we are organizing the gradual release of students from 3:30 p.m. onward in accordance with the strict protocol, the measures said. Worried parents gathered outside the school, which had been cordoned off by police and some French soldiers. Ludivine, age 48, said the attack had happened in her daughter's class. As an anxious mother who doesn't let her out alone, I never thought anything would happen to her at her school, she said. French Education Minister Elisabeth Borne said in February that police would start random searches near schools for hidden knives and other weapons in a bid to deal with the rise in attacks. Time out for now for the Cool News Early Edition, as we will be returning with the new headlines around 7:30 or 7:40 right here. So yeah, we will time out on doing the news for now, since as of the moment we don't have any latest headlines. But most probably later around 7:40ish we will be back with around 7:40ish we will be back with more news headlines, if there's any, most probably more international headlines. But yeah, we will be back again. We will return with more news headlines later. Once again at 7:40ish. After I'm done with some, well, no, not lifestyle, but some other news here, right here on Hello Pilipinas. In the meantime, we will return to Hello Pilipinas. We will now return to Hello Pilipinas shortly. That is after the commercial break for the smooth transition. We will be right back.
Napatunayan na, sa panahon ng pinakamatinding pagsubok, dala ni James Roaf ang pagbangon, pag-asa at pagbabago. Nang tinamaan tayo ng matitinding kalamidad, nagpatayo si Roaf ng higit 200,000 bahay at nagbigay ng hanap buhay para sa mga nasakuna. Nang naging kalihim ng turismo si Roaf, higit 5 milyong turista ang bumisita sa Pilipinas at nakalikha ng higit 10,000 trabaho at oportunidad para sa lahat. Leadership, results, integrity. James Roaf, pagbabagong kailangan para sa ating bagong bayan.
Kahit saan, sisig ng ina mo, lunod ka sa saya, mula sa Pampagana hanggang sa dulo.
Ang sisig na hinahanap-hanap mo for just 70 pesos. May legit na
coffee.
My routine, my coffee.
My style, my coffee.
My fuel, my coffee.
Iba ang Biogesic. Pwede sa walang laman ng chowing. Myra, 5 times the glow. Myra Facial Moisturizer with 5 beauty vitamins. Smooth, moisturized, bright, less oil, and UV sun protected. You want 5 times the glow? Glow with Myra Facial Moisturizer.
Pangarap ay umangat pero minsan kahit di madali. Tuwang sa bawat sandali.
Nakakasawa ba? Simple lang ang nahain, panalo ng damdamin.
Anong fish ang bumabaril? Ano? Di, bangus! Parang gusto nyong makatikim.
Sarap laging kasama.
Lack of growth nutrients can slow down bone growth. Give him Pediasure Plus with more growth nutrients versus regular milk to support strong bones and 1.5 times faster growth in 8 weeks.
Truck, solid sa dating! Kahit anong okasyon, solid! Order na!
Everybody, everybody, pop a Cali, pineapple, Cali bubbly, apple, Cali bubbly, light, Cali bubbly. Everybody, every bubbly, pop a Cali, Magnolia, feeling good, set up.
Tuloy po kayo sa Cebuana Amazing World. Safe at pagkakatiwalaan dito, all-in ng microfinancial services. Cebuana Amazing! Cebuana Amazing! Pwede rin mag-invest sa gold.
Ibahin mo ang Biogesic. Maingat yan. Pwede nga kahit sa buntis. Most doctor prescribe pa.
Maingat pala talaga ang Biogesic.
Ingat!
Unilab yan.
Every Filipino deserves the gentlest care down there. Baka di enough yung nakasanayan na. Dapat,
PH Care. For every Filipino, na na na. Narito ang gentlest care mo. PH Care na para sa delicate area. PH Care na. PH Care for gentlest care for every day. Our gentlest care for every Filipino.
our gentlest care for your everyday freshness.
PH Care.
Ano ang tawag sa tropa mong matangkad? Ano? Di, tol! Niloko niyo yata ako eh! Ito ang tol!
Sarap laging kasama.
Anong fish ang bumabaril? Ano? Di, bangus! Parang gusto nyong makatikim ha? Makatikim? Ng Pilipinas!
Sarap laging kasama.
The fun goes
From era to era to era. With decades of great pizza, chicken, and mojos, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
The fun goes on at Shakey's.
Putri ba par? Umay na ako. Tama ba, boss?
To those who are just joining us right here on Hello Pilipinas, a fellow good morning and welcome to Hello Pilipinas. We're just 48 minutes, or I should say, 50, is it right? 48? Wait, no, yeah, 48 minutes away before the actual coverage of HUMSS na to, the Hello Pilipinas special coverage will start. Okay, so now, in the meantime, I will be doing some anime news, why not? So, I will be going to the video.ninja because this is where I do the screen share now instead of Discord screen share because, yes, it tends to lag my computer. So, yeah, I'm going to head over to the video.ninja and this is the one that I used for Asper's Cafe yesterday. So, let me open the new window here. So, I will just bring up the new window here, and then I'll start screen sharing my stuff here. So there it is. Okay, perfect. So if you guys can see right here, then that's good. So I'm currently watching the live stream of Hello Filipinos on my TV. This is always been my monitoring device for Hello Filipinos. I'm on the different I'm on the different link. I'm on the different link, Terra News. I'm on a different link, Terra News. But yeah, yeah. Okay, so can you see my? Okay, we have Sen in the stage. Good morning, Sen. Ahead of the event.
Cairo, good morning. It's very early in the morning. It's now already 7:13 right here in this country. And quite frankly, I'm not going to show you what's inside because there's plenty of stuff that's going to happen within the next 45 minutes. Once again, we've been telling you this one for quite a while now that this event will be open to the general public. And I have just been informed that the visitors or the outsiders will start entering as well, beginning at 8 o'clock in the morning. The students who are currently placed under the AM shift, or also known as the morning class, which I myself is obviously included, they will be the first to enter, and then there will be a hard stop at 12 noon. That is why we're ending the coverage at 12 noon. Then the PM shift will enter beginning at 1 o'clock, and then that will last up until the event ends at 5 o'clock later this afternoon. So a lot of things are going to happen within the next couple of hours, so brace yourselves. Okay, I'm still preparing for the main show, which will occur in the next couple of hours. The main show will start
at 8 in the morning.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily at 8 in the morning, because the main show segments will start at around 9 in the morning. So the only thing that we can show you at 8 o'clock in the morning, or the first hour of the main show, actual main show, are the booths that we will be touring you within the next couple of minutes time. So we'll see you in 45 minutes as we continue the work right here. Yes, Kyra, go ahead.
Actually, before you leave, DJ Sen, what can viewers or listeners expect on HUMSS.com, the Hello Filipinas special coverage link?
Well, the things that you'll be expecting are basically a lot. There will be a debate, there will be a role play, there will be lots of booths, coming in as well. And if there's one thing I can tell you, I can guarantee you fun. Actually, Cool FM already has a slot here on the main studio, which we'll be using, which is obviously 106, 107. And the files that we'll be using beginning at 8 a.m. is now already sent at the Cool FM server, if you can already check it as well. Stephen will be our official voiceover for this event. I've actually asked him to do so because why not? He's been his life is very amazing for a while now. So, I have to go now. We'll see you later today at 8 o'clock. Our coverage will start at 8. In the meantime, back to you, Cairo.
Thank you very much, DJ Sen, and I'll see you later at 8 a.m. in the morning. Thank you, Sen. Okay, so now we will be heading over to my screen share as we will be reading about the anime news. We're not doing lifestyle today because we are going to be focusing on the anime, but tomorrow on the main show we will be doing the lifestyle. All right, so let's head over now to the anime news. So let's head over to the what's here. Well, of course we have Teo Nonia, which is just very recent too. So yeah. Oh yeah. So let's start here actually. Yeah, let's start with the first round here. All right. So yeah, here it is. Theonoia has English dub cast has been revealed and is gonna air on April 25 from Crunchyroll. So, according to Crunchyroll, they revealed on Thursday that it will begin streaming the English dub for the television anime of Theonoia light novel series on Friday. So, here are the English cast for the said anime, which are Replica, Rebecca Chiera Marano, Rebecca Dane as Joseph, Tom Aguilo as Manzo, Rico Forgiado as Olha, Christopher Guerrero as Berlin, and Greg Dulce as Bunker. So, who is directing the English dub? Well, Manuel Aragon will be directing, and Zach Bolton is producing. Jessica Swayze will be writing the English script, Neil Mully is the mixer, and Jeremy Woods will be the engineer. Okay, so that's the first one here. Now, let's move on to the next one, and then we will... Okay, well, we have a very interesting about the Gundam Ace magazine. Yes, here we go. Let's cover this one. So, this year's June issue of Kadokawa's Gundam Ace magazine cover picture, right, revealed on Friday that the Mobile Suit Gundam 8 is mangas launching in the magazine as a new alternative series in the franchise. Kadokawa lists that the manga's creators are the following. We have Hajime Kamoshida and Shui Karagi. The magazine initially announced the manga in September 2021 as part of Gundam's Ace 20th anniversary project. At the time, the manga was listed as coming soon. In the original announcement, the magazine teased that the manga would have a similar direction to Gundam 00 in that there would be a new generation and well different from Gundam The Origin and Gundam UC. Kamoshida and artist Dango and Hirosuke Terama's Mobile Suit Gundam Teketsu no fans spin-off manga launched in Gundam Ace in October 2015 and ended in March 2018. Next we have is, well, we're gonna head over to the manga news for now because why not? And of course I have watched this many times about the Hollow Earth, which I have seen many times. In the meantime, let's head over now to the manga news, and that is from Manga Up Global, which adds From the Red Fog. Manga Up Global revealed that it has added Mose Nohara's From the Red Fog manga on Friday. Manga Up Global describes the story. Here it is. Born in darkness, a young boy steps into the light. Raised in the cellar steeped in solitude, his entrance into English society at the turn of the 19th century is anything but painless. From place to place, he journeys, seeking companions who share his unusual interests. But always a red fog follows, consuming everything in its path. So that is what the red fog is about. Let me just zoom it out here. And let's move on to the next one right here. Let's see what else we have here. Violet, we already covered that yesterday on Asper's Cafe. Well, this is normally that we don't cover on the cafe, but here we go. This is interesting, and well, it looks like Nintendo is seeking subpoena of Discord for Pokemon leaker info. Yikes! Polygon reported on Monday that Nintendo requested the United States District Court for the Northern District of California to issue a subpoena to compel Discord to share information on the alleged leaker who released almost a terabyte of data from Nintendo's subsidiary and Pokemon game developer Game Freak last October. Nintendo submitted the subpoena request on the so-called Terror Leak on Thursday. Nintendo's request includes redacted screenshots from a Discord server named Freak Leak. The screenshots show the leaker, who went by the handle Game Freak Out, allegedly posting the leaked data on the server. Nintendo is requesting the leaker's name, postal address, phone number, and email address from Discord. The Terror Leak led to the names and company email addresses of 2,606 current and former Game Freak employees and contract workers being leaked. It also allegedly included information from upcoming projects and assets from past games. The leaks reportedly include information on an unannounced Pokemon game for both the Switch and its planned successor, a separate unannounced Pokemon game developed with another studio, assets of unused graphics and music from the past Pokemon games for the Nintendo DS, a planned live-action Pokemon Netflix show, and a planned sequel to the 2019 live-action Detective Pikachu. So yeah, whoever is part of the Terror Leak, Nintendo Ninjas is going to Nintendo Ninjas is going to screw them over, and then yep, They're already doing it by requesting data from Discord. They're getting screwed. Alright, let's move on now to the next one. And let's see what else do we have here. Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit of slow news as I admit here, but it's okay. But yeah. Alright, so another manga news for now, and that is Pumpkin Night, and going on hiatus due to health. Author Masaya Hokazono and artist Seima Tankaguchi revealed in chapter 153 of the Pumpkin Night manga on the Line manga platform that the series is entering a hiatus to allow Tankaguchi to recover from the health. So why is that? Possibly it has to do with the declining health of the author, or maybe they're sick, I guess, but hopefully they get better soon. And if you guys are wondering what the heck is Pumpkin Night, well, let's read this. This is what Manga Planet describes it. Social media profile. Asami follows back in curiosity, only to immediately regret it when Pumpkin Night comes to get her. Who is the face behind Pumpkin Night? And what led them to embark on this bloody rampage of... Actually, we have some technical difficulties as you just saw on the live stream. I don't know what the heck happened. Let me just reconnect real quick because maybe my internet died here, I guess. Let me just fix that here. Okay, I think we're back at business now. So, well, let's continue. High school Asumi is more intrigued than terrified by the mysterious Pumpkin Night account that follows her social media account profile. Asami follows back in curiosity, only to immediately regret when Pumpkin Night comes to get her. Who is the face behind Pumpkin Night, and what led them to embark on this bloody rampage of revenge? So to recall, it went on hiatus. This is not the first time. It went on hiatus in May 2021 and recently, that right now. So yeah, this is not the first time. It's more like the second time. Alright, so let's move on to the next one. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, next we have is the Okay Kake Kosame right here. That's revealing with their first trailer along with the more cast and August 22 premiere. Let me check if I am on the thing here. It looks like my screen share is not working, right? Okay, that's odd, but okay, thank you TLC. Okay, so Okay Kake Okami Anime's film first trailer reveals more cast. August 22 premiere. So Kadokawa revealed the first main trailer, additional cast, and August 22 premiere for the Eka Oke Kakeko Same, the new anime film of Penguin Box, which is Little Shark's outing. So here are the characters. Let me just zoom it out right now. So here are the characters. You have Toshiya Miyata as Big Brother Salaryman. Of course, they look nice. Akira Takano, Kazuto Mokutai, and yeah, these are the characters so far. And we're going to play a snippet of it because we might get copyrighted, but you can see how you can expect with the anime right here. And yeah, I do think that this is going to be worth for those who are interested in this one, but yeah, so far so good for here. So yeah, that is the Oke Kake Okame, which in English translates for Film Little Shark's Outings to City's Friends. Alright, so let's see what else we have here, and if I'm not mistaken, well, we have another one that is Ultraman, and we're gonna talk about Ultraman. So here it is. Tsuburaya Productions announced in a teaser trailer on Thursday that Ultraman Omega, the latest series in the Ultraman franchise, will premiere on July 5 at 9 a.m. Japanese Standard Time, which is July 4 at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time on 6 TV Tokyo channels for planned simultaneous broadcast and streaming worldwide. And where it can be streamed, most likely on Netflix, I think. So we have the English and Japanese trailers. Again, I'm afraid we might get copyrighted, so we're not going to play it here, but you can see this is the teaser visual of Ultraman Omega. I'm quite surprised that Ultraman is still around today. Now, What is this? Well, let's read this one. On an Earth where neither heroes nor kaiju exist, an alien suddenly falls from the sky. This ultra symbol is the red space boomerang he holds, the Omega Sagar, and his name means ultimate. Omega is an alien who has lost his memories. Taking human form and adopting the name Sorato, he becomes interested in the life forms called Earthlings that he is encountering for the first time and attempts to understand them. When a giant life form appears, Samek Sorato recalls the word kaiju. As this kaiju continue to appear before him, a sense of duty awakens in Sorato's subconscious. He transforms into Ultraman Omega and intense, fast-paced fight unfolds. The Earthlings, in turn, are grappling with encountering these gigantic life forms, and the alien that fights with a red slugger for the first time, watching from various places and trying to understand what they are. Before long, Sora and an ordinary young man, an alien and an Earthling, become friends. This ambitious work poses a question to these friends' wrestling hearts. Why does Ultraman protect the Earth? Now is when they awaken. So that's the story of the Ultraman Omega, and yeah. And for the dubbing, it will be dubbed in 10 languages: English, Mandarin, Cantonese, Taiwanese, Korean, Thai, Bahasa Indonesia, Vietnamese, Malaysia, and Hindi. Subtitles will be available in 14 languages: English, Mandarin, Korean, Thai, Bahasa Indonesia, Vietnamese, Malay, Hindi, Tagalog, Spanish, Latin America, Brazilian, Portuguese, German, French, and Spanish Castilian, which is Spain. Ultraman Omega will also be the first series in the franchise that will simultaneously premiere in Korea on the Anybox channel. So there you go. So that's Ultraman Omega. If you are interested in watching it, it will be streaming most likely on Netflix. Well, looks like Look Back has won a Japan Movie Critics Award, and I think this is a good thing. The 34th Annual Japan Movies Critics Award announced the winners of the awards on Thursday. Karotaka Oshiyama's Look Back anime film won the award for Best Animation of the Year. Aside from the Look Back film that won the said award, Jun Sato also won the Best New Actor award for his role in the live-action Let's Go Karaoke film. Toshi Nikishi won the Golden Glory Award for her role in a live-action film of Resuke Oshikiri's horror manga Sayuri. The anime film of Chainsaw Man creator Tatsuki Fujimoto's Look Back one-shot manga opened in theaters in Japan in June 2024. It ranked at second place in terms of ticket sales, but first place in weekend earnings in its opening weekend. The film sold 135,000 tickets and earned 227 million Japanese yen, which is about 1.4 million US dollars in its first 3 days. G-Kids screened the film in October 2024 in North America. The film earned 688,253 US dollars at US box office in its opening weekend. So that is the award here, and actually that is a very good thing. Alright, let me look for another one in the meantime, and let's see what else we have here. If none, we will move over to the final weapon for another round of ended news here, because this is where we also get for the gaming news. Okay, so let's see what else do we have here. Alright, well, Webtoon and PlayStation Plus collaboration has been announced. Well, PlayStation Plus members, this is for you, because Webtoon and PlayStation has announced a collaboration where PlayStation Plus premium members will get access to the Webtoon service. On the flip side, Webtoon subscribers who read select titles will get 2 weeks of PlayStation Plus. In order to get the complimentary 2 weeks of PlayStation Plus, Webtoon subscribers must read 7 chapters of either Omniscient Reader, Bad Born Blood, and The Reborn Young Lord is an Assassin. This marks the latest collaboration between Webtoon and the gaming industry, as earlier this year, the former partnered with Capcom on the webcomic contest for Monster Hunter Wilds. Recently, Webtoon announced that it will digitally publish Godzilla on National Disasters in the collaboration with IDW. IDW and Web2 will release it and other titles as part of the collaboration on April 25. Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees and They Called Us Enemy will also be available on the Webtoon website. All three series will be reformatted for our upcoming format. IDW describes Godzilla Natural Disasters as follows, which is, if you are wondering what is this, the king of the web monsters is back. It is compendium collecting 3 comics, series legends, in help and reach across time. In a world where monsters roam freely, some stories have been lost to time, until now. In Legends, the kaiju of Godzilla's fearsome roach gallery gets the spotlight. Featuring Anguirus, Rodan, Titanosaurus, Hedorah, and Kumoga, then meet Godzilla's greatest adversary of all time, the impossible tortures of hell. It's a monster battle that takes you to the depths of the underworld. More move over dinosaurs, monsters used to rule the planet. In Reach Across Time, travel to different time periods to examine the origin of myths that fueled nightmares, feudal Japan, ancient Greece, medical England, and classic Rome. So that is the Webtoon collaboration with PlayStation, and yes, this is a huge news for the gamers out there, and I say this is a very good news. Now, I think nothing much now, and I think the rest we have already covered for the gaming cafe yesterday on the Asper's Cafe, but we will cover something else that we didn't get to cover yesterday. We'll look for another one here. I think this already been covered too, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, see what else here. And possibly this will be the last before we head over to Cool News Early Edition for the latest global headlines. So yeah, let's see what else do we have here. Outrun film adaptation by Michael Bay. Okay, so guys, well, this is not what we were expecting. So a recent report from Deadline has announced that a film adaptation of the Outrun arcade game is in development. Michael Bay will direct the movie, while Sidney Sweeney will produce it. So, yeah, this is interesting. As they're going to have a live-action adaptation. Who knows if this is going to be good or bad? Well, if you're wondering what is Outrun, well, Outrun initially released in 1986 in arcades. It will later release for the Genesis, Game Gear, and select modern consoles. Michael Bay is a controversial director that has previously worked on Ambulance, 6 Underground, Armageddon, The Rock, and the Transformers franchise. Sidney Sweeney is known for her roles in Euphoria, The White Lotus, The Handmaid's Tale, Madam Web, Immaculate, and Anyone But You. She will soon star films in films such as Echo Valley, The Housemaid, and Scandalous. She's also in talks to star in the upcoming Gundam live-action adaptation. Ladies and gents, you heard that right. Outrun film live-action adaptation, which is a film adaptation from Michael Bay, will be coming soon. So yeah, and that is all for what we have here. And yes, that is all for the what's latest in the anime news, and of course the entertainment industry right here. Again, the regular lifestyle happenings is not happening for this special edition of Hello Pilipinas. We will do that tomorrow. And yes, in the meantime, it is now 7:36 in the morning, and we will be taking a break now to cover the last headlines of Cool News Early Edition, mainly international headlines, before handing over to the main coverage of HUMSS Nato, the Hello Pilipinas coverage right here. And yes, we are live on Cool TV, TerebiTV, and I will check who are the simulcasters right here real quick. I will call out the broadcasters right now. Okay, so we are live on Cool TV, TerebiTV, as we confirmed. And the radio broadcasters, we will have News Radio 93.1 as usual, Soundable Metro Radio 105.1, and simulcasters CTN and CTN Pinas Radio, YTV Playground Channel, SBC Radio 1, Virgin Radio Cebu and Davao, 774 Talk Live, and Q Music 105.1, Kasama FM 104.1, 98.5 Kings FM, GLTV, DZWB 971 AM, Tayan FM 94.7, Ultra FM 96.3, and Core Skyline 103.5. And yes, these are the simulcasts, other simulcasts aside from News Radio 98.1, Cool FM, Cool TV, and TerebiTV. And we are also being live streamed on TerebiTV1 Entertainment, TerebiTV1 News, and TerebiTV's YouTube channel as well. And also we are being streamed on Twitch and Facebook. With that, hello Pilipinas, we'll return after the break.
Period threats can't stop a pro from fighting. Period. Can't stop a pro from slaying. Period. Can't stop a pro, cause she's an expert. Period. Powered by the pro on periods. GynaPro, the OB-GYN prescribed feminine wash. Powered by chlorhexidine digluconate. Expertly proven to helps conquer period odor, itch, and irritation. GynaPro, the pro in period protection.
Copico Blanca, the #1 creamy coffee in the Philippines. So creamy.
Winner sa akin to.
Correct yarn. That's why it's the #1 creamy coffee. Want to know roasted beans to reduce the acidity. Make it gentle sa tummy. Kaya pala okay when I enjoy it on my empty stomach. Copico Blanca, creamy and gentle sa tummy.
Wala si Mom.
Dad can make dishes special with Lady's Choice, the #1 Neo with best quality ingredients, 100% farm fresh eggs.
Wow! Sarap!
Special! Lady's Choice.
Natakam yarn! Lucky Me Pansit Canton! Takam bango! Takam sarap! Kakain na yan! Lucky Me Pansit Canton! Sarapines!
Happy Me! Every bubbly, pop a Cali, pineapple, Cali bubbly, apple, Cali bubbly, light, Cali bubbly. Everybody, every bubbly, pop a Cali, Magnolia, feeling good, set up.
May pinaghahanda ang bigatin. Ready! Manginasal Family Fiesta. All-in-one ihaw sarap favorites. Solid sa sarap, solid sa dating. Kahit anong okasyon, solid! Order na!
What counts as healthy to you? Lifting weights or lifting spirits? Holding tight or letting go? Moving your body or making smart moves? Something new or something that lasts? What counts as healthy to you counts the most to us. Rethink healthy with AIA.
Skin? Tapos may germs pa? Inigong lang yan.
Choice ang Bioderm Bloom. Superboy is here.
Don't worry, may superhero ang washing machine natin. Breeze, more cleaning power. Mas tanggalan man siya, may fresh fragrance pa. Breeze.
sineselebrate natin ngayon?
Ang ganda ng weather eh, di ba, Ma?
Yes, and it's only 3 days to the weekend.
At tapos ka na din homework ko. Well, patapos na. Good job sa paghugas ng pinggan, Tay.
There's always a reason to enjoy the slow-melting, long-lasting taste of Cadbury.
Nandito na ang totoong number 1. Ako at ang CDO Fantastic Tocino. Gawa ito sa 100% young pork. Kaya may tamang lambot at sarap ng tocino. Fantastic talaga! Ay! Eksena ka? Fantastic! Ang number 1!
Our best ever idol hot dog. So meaty, so juicy, so sweet pa.
Mami, alam mo ba ang immunity gap? Pag di tama ang kinakain.
O nagkakasakit.
Immunity gap na yan. Help stop immunity gap.
Dapat tuloy-tuloy ang Celine Plus. Tumutulong punuin ang kulang na vitamin C at zinc. Tulong para ang immunity
100%!
help stop immunity gap.
Mag-Celine Plus araw-araw.
Alagang Unilab yan.
Ay, bitin. Buti pa ang Chowking Halo-Halo Supreme. Super sangkap. Kompletong lamig sarap.
Sarap ka summer! Chowking Halo-Halo Supreme! Mga babad sa pawis. Ang asim niyan. Ha?
Pero, bakit may mabango? Yes, nag-down siya. May 24-hour perfume kahit pawisan ka pa. Perfume bango all day.
Live from Cool Studios, this is Cool News Early Edition.
This is Cool News Early Edition. It is now 7:45 in the morning, and now let's get into more headlines. In the business side, Wall Street's rally kept rolling Thursday as better than expected profits for U.S. companies piled up, though CEOs said they're unsure whether it will last. It will last because of uncertainty created by President Donald Trump's trade war. Okay, sorry, I was just checking here. The S&P 500 charged 2% higher and pulled within 11% of its record set earlier this year. The Dow Jones Industrial Average rose 486 points, or 1.2%, while the Nasdaq Composite jumped 2.7%. Tech stocks helped lead the way. These include ServiceNow after the AI platform company delivered a stronger profit prior to the start of 2025 than analysts expected. The company, whose AI agents help clients manage their customers, saw its stock jump 15.5%. This was after it also gave a forecasted range for upcoming subscription revenue that beats some analyst expectations. Southwest Airlines likewise reported stronger results than expected for the first 3 months of the year. However, its stocks flipped with between gains and losses through the morning. This was after it also became the latest U.S. carrier to say the outlook for the economy looks so cloudy that it's pulling some of its financial forecasts for the year. CEO Bob Jordan said the company is controlling what we can control. It's counting how much flying it will do in the second half of the year. Southwest stock eventually pulled higher in afternoon trading and finished up 3.7%. Rival American Airlines, meanwhile, pulled its financial forecast for the full year. It said it plans to provide an update when the economic outlook becomes clear. Its stock rose 3.1% after it also topped profit expectations for the latest quarter. Companies across industries have been talking about how difficult it is to give financial forecasts. Forecast for the upcoming year, as Wall Street typically expects them to do so, or to do. This was because of the on-again, off-again rollout of the Trump's tariffs. U.S. stocks rallied the entire 2 days on hopes that Trump was softening his approach on tariffs. Likewise with his criticism of the Federal Reserve, which had earlier shaken markets. But China, the world's second largest economy, on Thursday denied its involved in active negotiations with the U.S. over tariffs. Beijing said that any suggestion of progress was as groundless as trying to catch the wind. Calling Trump's policy announcements headline turbulence, Tan Yangji of Muho Bank warned that global economies could be hurt in the long run. Tan, who is with the bank's Asia and Oceania Treasury Department, added sentiment swing from hopes of intense relief to inflicted economic gloom. This week began with a steep loss for U.S. stocks on fears about the trade war. It's been a microcosm of the market's severe swings in recent weeks as investors struggle with how to react to conditions that sometimes change by the hour. The only certainty is that the market will likely keep swinging until more clarity arrives on tariffs. Many investors expect that the levies would cause a recession and a steer roll back. It's an unhealthy market backdrop right now, and we're trying not to react too much, said John Belton, a portfolio manager at Gabelli Funds. Households across the United States are preparing for the higher prices that economists say tariffs would bring. Meanwhile, the head of the International Monetary Fund urged countries to move swiftly to resolve their trade disputes that threaten global economic growth. In the meantime, many U.S. companies are continuing to report stronger profit than analysts expected for the start of 2025. At the same time, they offer caution and uncertainty about the year ahead. Although the S&P 500 rose 108.91 points to 5,484.77. The Dow Jones Industrial Average added 486.83 to 40,093.40, and the Nasdaq Composite jumped 457.99 to 70,166.04. In stock markets abroad, indexes were mixed amid modest moves across much of Europe and Asia. Forget the movie forget the conclave film as the Vatican prepares for the secret meeting of cardinals who will pick a successor to Pope Francis. Forget, to some extent, what you may have learned from conclave, last year's hit movie predicting high-level power games and backstabbing among the Red Rock Celtics. The conclave of the so-called Prince of the Church that will elect a new Pope is expected to start sometime between May 6 and May 11. It will follow Francis' funeral on Saturday and wider consultations among cardinals known as General Congregations. The film, which won an Oscar in March for Best Adapted Screenplay, is a faithful representation in terms of customs and staging, but the blatant scheming and closing plot twists, which this article will not spoil, are too much, church experts say. Let's face it, Conclave, which takes us to the heart of the most mysterious and secret events in the world, is a highly entertaining film, especially for an easygoing American audience, the Italian Bishop's newspaper, Avvenire, wrote in the December interview. But it's impossible not to smile at certain characters or situations that, especially in the eyes of Italian viewers, risk resembling involuntary parodies. U.S. Cardinal C.N. O'Malley was quoting, saying in the February entry on his blog that the business of electing a pope is not some sort of a scene of political backroom plotting of how to get your candidate elected. O'Malley, a Franciscan figure who took part in the 2030 conclave that elected Francis, wrote, throughout the process we had a very acute awareness that millions of Catholics around the world were praying for us so that the Holy Spirit would guide us in our deliberations. The word conclave comes from the Latin conclave with a key, referring to a medieval practice of locking cardinals up in a room until they make a decision on the new prophet. That is essentially how it works today, or I should say that is still essentially how it works today. So there you go, there you have it. I think we are done now, so we are out of the headlines for now, and that is all for the Cool News Early Edition on Hello Pilipinas. We will continue with more headlines later on Cool News at noon and Cool News at 6 and Cool News Prime Time the next day midnight. You can also send us your comments, suggestions, and feedback to our email at tvh.philippines.news@gmail.com. This is your station, this is home, I am Cairo, and now let's return to Hello Pilipinas for the last moments. And now we are back with the last moments. I should say not Hello Pilipinas. Once again, we are live on the main station, TG1 Cool FM and CEN Radio, along with the simulcasters News Radio 93.1, Sandoval Metro Radio 105.1, CTN and CTN Pinas Radio, YTV Playground Channel, SBC Radio 1, Virgin Radio Cebu and Davao, 774 Talk Live and Q Music 105.1, Kasama FM 104.1, 98.5 Kings FM GL, TV DCWP 971 AM, 10 FM 94.7, and Ultra FM 96.3 and Core Skylight 103.5. Again, these are the simulcasts for the set coverage later that will take place at 8 a.m. until noon. And then, yes, again, we are live. Aside from the simulcasts, we are also live on YouTube channels respectively, TG1 Entertainment, TG1 News, TerebiTV, and on other social media platforms, Twitch and Facebook through Terabi Estrada. And now, as we are 6 minutes away for the main coverage of HUMSS Nato, we will continue with another round of the anime headlines. Let me just hook up that right now. So yeah, let's once again head over to Final Weapon because I think we have nothing much to do aside from covering here while we wait for Sen here. So here it is. We have already covered the webtoon thing yesterday. We got this huge news, and yeah. Okay, so yeah, let's check the latest news once again. Well, this time we will be covering the gaming news, and that is the Tower of God New World. So, Netmarble has released a new update for Tower of God New World, which adds SSR Plus Elite Spy Zia and XSR Plus Adventure Zahar. It also adds new in-game content and events. The new characters SSR Plus Elite Spy Zia and XSR Plus Adventure Zahar can be pulled by new events. Additionally, the update also adds a new system known as Pioneer's Remnants. Players who clear hard mode will earn these remnants, which can be used for a special exchange shop, allowing players to acquire various gold materials and rewards. A new Memorable Pocket event is also available, offering rewards every 2 weeks for collecting a set of character cards. So that's Tower of God now, and basically, I forgot to switch to the wrong tab, but that's okay. But anyways, let's move to the next one now, and that is the Ederia Restart, which is a final beta. So XD Games has announced that the final beta for Ederia Restart will take place on May 8th. The game will fully release on iOS and Android not long after. Additionally, XD Games will hold a final test direct tomorrow, April 25. It will feature a new look at the AnySync ecosystem and Phantom Theater challenges. It will also reveal the introduction of real-time PvP, or I should say RTA battles. And yes, pre-registration for Ederia Restart on Android via Google Play and iOS via the App Store is available now. And you can earn several awards at launch by pre-register, which includes 800 Hydra crystals, 80,000 Ederia coins, 10 anime prototypes, a special pre-rec avatar frame, and protagonist outfits. So pretty cool if you ask me. Now let's head over to the last one, and yeah, let's see what else we have here. Remember Reverse 1999? Yup, the version 2.5 update phase 1 is out. So Boot Botch Games has released the first phase of the version 2.5 update for Reverse 1999. The phase is titled Showdown in Chinatown. So the update includes the following: the Showdown in Chinatown story, new limited character Liang Yu, new 5-star character Loggerhead, free garment of Winsong, up to 43 pulls or garment voucher, free limited building, invite a friend for 120 clear drops, new character story, new gameplay modes, which are Glitter Crash, Wonder Love Sounds, limited time rerun to Summon Ju, Neon Sea, and Banner Rebels on the Water. Anecdote, Mixed Bulletin, new garments and Wilderness Pack, 1.5 anniversary event, which are anniversary fan creations, and Showdown in Hollywood. So that's the phase 1 update of version 2.5 for Reverse 1999. And as we are down to the last 2 minutes, let's see what else we can cover here. And the last thing we will cover is the Nine Souls prequel. So yep, Red Candle Case has announced a Nine Souls prequel manga titled Nine Souls: The Way of Lear. The prologue for the series is available now. So the Nine Souls manga is a product of the collaboration between Mojoin and Red Candle Games. The series features art from Yang Chi Cheng and story by Shi Wen Yan. It highlights the story of Lear and the world of Pen Life. New chapters will release every Wednesday. Yep, that is all for the other gaming headlines that we didn't get to cover from yesterday. And looks like I think DJ Sen has joined the stage. Wait, no, he didn't. So I spoke to Sen, I thought he joined, but yeah. So we are 1 minute away before DJ Sen joins. Again, it's exactly 8 now, and as we are about to start the coverage of the Humans Nato, the Hello Pilipinas special coverage, we would like to shout out to our fellow simulcasters, which are the following once again. Excuse me. Which are News Radio 93.1, Sandoval Metro Radio 105.1, CDN and CTM Pilipinas Radio, 1 TV Playground Channel, SPC Radio 1, Virgin Radio Cebu and Davao, 774 Talk Life, and Q Music 105.1, Kasama FM 104.1, 98.5 Kings FM, GLTV DC WP 971 AM, 10 FM 94.7, and Ultra FM 96.3, and Core Skyline 103.5. Along with the and also live streaming on T1 Entertainment, T1 News, TerebiTV, and on other social media platforms such as Twitch and Facebook Live. And yes, we are live obviously on T1 Cool FM, Cool TV, and TerebiTV. And yes, as of right now, we do not see DJ San joining. Let's see if we can get San to join here, because it is now time for the coverage for the Humans Nato, but we are waiting for Sam before we can hand it over to him. So bear with me here as we are waiting for Sam. Okay. Alright. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will now hand over to the main coverage of Humans Nato, the Hello Pilipinas special coverage. this is the main coverage of HUMSS Na To, the Hello Pilipinas special coverage. And DJ Sen, good morning, as we are now heading over to him for the rest of the coverage. I'll see you later around the mid coverage of Hello Pilipinas or Cool News Echo. Now, let's hand it over to DJ Sen.
Good morning to those of you who are just joining us right here on Cool FM and to our simulcasters nationwide, worldwide, netwide. We are live here on room 106, 107. Technically, this is still closed. Actually, I am in charge of the opening sequence, or the opening program right here. So you can clearly hear the buffer from the microphone that's coming from the stage, and I can't open my camera for now until the. Okay, so I can't open my camera right now as of this particular moment because if I can remember correctly, we had a lot of problems. We had encountered a lot of problems, but rest assured that these problems will be fixed during the program itself. Coming up on the program throughout the day today, throughout the coverage today, will include 2 segments for you, which includes the HUMSS debate, which will happen later on, as well as the role play that some of my classmates are going to do within the next couple of hours' time. And okay, again, we're not even so sure of what will happen within the next couple of hours' time. So forgive me in advance if I'm going to say a lot of words that are pretty much the same, that are pretty much the same sentence, let's just say. But regardless, the show must go on, and I'm not even sure if ever. Okay, I just need to log into my other account because apparently we're going to do 2. So apparently we don't even need a picture-in-picture format here because the other account that I'll be using will be on another device, and then the other one will be used for the picture right here. So obviously the video. I will be staying here at 106, 107. Perhaps I'm hoping I can make some sort of a bypass here. So again, I'm hoping for all the best. Okay, so they're literally playing your usual opening flag ceremony segment, the national anthem, the hymn of the school, and then okay. So, if in case you probably don't know, as I mentioned earlier during the pre-show of HP, this is the AM shift students, or the morning class students, which includes yours truly. And suffice to say that, okay, so apparently I now have access to my alt account, which is good. We're gonna use that thing later on. And apparently, why is this on light mode? I hate this so much. I hate when we're using things like light mode and stuff, so we're just gonna put it on dark mode. Okay, so let's head over outside and see what is going on. We're moving now to 2nd floor. Actually, we're gonna get a good look here. My selfie stick is broken. The one that I use for the camera here, but I've made an alternative here, which is to obviously compress itself with some of the tables, and I'm hoping that they will not move the selfie stick. So I'm just gonna exit right now here as we speak. So we're going to head over upstairs and to begin the event itself. So let's get to work. I don't know if you can clearly hear the background right now, so let's get to work. Okay, this is a little too far, so I have to head over to the other side of the aisle. I have to go ground floor right now. I love this school, honestly. You know, sometimes when you're in emergency, you have to take the other way around. Okay, so this is the room arrangements for the students who will be staying. so this is your usual ceremony. Again, forgive me if the camera is shaking. My stick is apparently broken, and I had no other option but to let it stay there for a while. Or either way, this is really going to backfire. While we're still at it, the first hour of the coverage immediately following the ceremony, we'll be taking you a tour on the booths that we have actually prepared in the last minute. Last minute, imagine that. So we only had a day to prepare every single room right here on second floor at least, with some exceptions. So some exceptions because of the mere fact that we are going to handle a lot of people right here. So brace yourselves. The ceremony is about to start. We're going to minimize the commentary at this time.
ng Pilipinas. have prepared or organized for you today, which is called HUMSS. And before we start the event, let's have an energizer muna. Okay, ready na ba ang lahat? Guys, down your
You are watching and listening to the ongoing coverage. And here it comes, the energizer of a lifetime. How we feeling?
Ano ba naman yan? Ba't ginagawa?
How we feeling? Oh my gosh.
Balaw. Taglit lang.
Sexy guys.
Brace yourself.
Hello po everyone. Kindly keep your things, then go to the assigned room announced earlier by service. And also, you can roam around the booth or the main show exactly at 9 p.m.
9 p.m. Wow! p.m. Woo!
Everyone, attention!
Oh my gosh.
Baba 9 a.m. 9 a.m.
You heard the man. The show will start at 9 in the morning, and I'm gonna go prepare myself here for the main show, which is at room 106, 107. The coverage continues after the break.
And now, live from the headquarters of HUMSS 95.5, this is HUMSS na to, the Hello Pilipinas special coverage.
Oh no, we're out of pink. Let's mix these.
Problem solving is one of the 4 brain milestones that start from a gifted brain nurtured by ProMilk, made with 4 more clinically proven brain nutrients. ProMilk.
Putri pa par! Umay na ako. Tabang ka, boss? Paris ng citrus ang kailangan! Umay sa kainan? Mountain Dew na yan! Umay! Basta! Round 2? Game na! Mountain Dew! Tikman ang adventure!
What's better than glowing? Myra 5 times the glow. Myra facial moisturizer with 5 beauty vitamins. Smooth, moisturized, bright, less oil, and UV sun protected. You want 5 times the glow? Glow with Myra facial moisturizer.
It's Philippines! Don't panic. Drink Pediasure Plus Stand Plus. My natural vitamin K2 and arginine. Tulong sa tuloy-tuloy na pagtangkad.
Bakit maswerte ang kalendaryo? Bakit? Kasi marami siyang date! Sasaya nyo ah! Kakapin nyo yan eh! Kape? Kape Pilsen!
Sarap laging kasama.
Every Filipina deserves the gentlest care down there. Baka di enough yung nakasanayan na. Dapat, PH Care. For every Filipina na narito ang gentlest care mo. PH Care na para sa delicate area. PH Care na. PH Care for every Filipina. Our gentlest care. PH level 5. See for every Filipina. Gentlest care for every day. Our gentlest care for every Filipina. Our gentlest care for your everyday freshness. PH Care.
Oh no! No worries. I remember how it goes.
Exceptional memory is one of the 4 brain milestones that start from a gifted brain nurtured by ProMilk, made with 4 more clinically proven brain nutrients.
It goes here.
ProMilk.
Anong fish ang bumabarel? Ano? Eh di, bangus! Parang gusto nyong makatikim ah. Makatikim? Ng Pilsen!
Sarap laging kasama.
The fun goes on.
From era to era to era. With decades of great pizza, chicken, and mojos, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
The fun goes on at Shakey's.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet, get these Smart Wi-Fi promos today.
UFC gravy time, time to shine. UFC gravy time, ready eat. UFC gravy time with UFC.
Ready to eat? You know it! Kasi gravy sa sarap ang UFC gravy!
Look, there's so much happening, but she maintains her focus. One of the 4 brain milestones that start from a gifted brain nurtured by ProMilk. With 4 more clinically proven brain nutrients that help nurture a gifted brain. ProMilk.
Ano ang tawag sa tropa mong matangkad? Ano? Di, tol! Naloko niyo yata ako eh! Ito ang tol!
Sarap laging kasama.
James, traffic na nga. Grabe pa makabusina si Kuya. Sampulan mo nga.
6% for life, 6% for life. Pwedeng extra budget ang 6% for life.
Get extra funds with Sun Life Secure Income.
For life.
Talk to Sun Life today.
Hughes 95.5. And now, live from the headquarters of Hughes 95.5, this is Hughes Dato, the Hello Pilipinas special coverage.
Okay, nobody should see that thing. Welcome aboard, back to our coverage. It is now exactly 8:30. We're now already told that the booths and just about everything else, the booths and the main program, which is right here at room 106, 107, will start at 9 o'clock this morning. So far as we know, we're going to give you a quick pre-show of what will happen within the next couple of minutes time. So while we're at it, let's get to work right here. And by the way, shout out to SBC Radio 1. Their owner loves Beanie Mika Lim. Let's get to work right here. We're going to go upstairs. As usual, we're going to go check the booths right now as of 8. So we first start off with room 201, which is the anthropology and psychology station, where, as you can see, this is the this is also, I believe, the other main show segment that you'll get to see within the next couple of minutes time. So there it is. Anthropology and sociology is right over here, and then the other side is the the other side is the psychology station right here. And look who is here right here. So the curtain right here is the divider for the respective stations. So again, it's pretty much messed up right here. Don't worry, they'll fix it before the event opens. Might want to say something?
Kain kayo. Kain.
Yeah.
Try mo nga to sa baba, sa ground floor, sa 106.
Okay, copy. So, another tour right here. The next tour that we're going to show to you right now is, by the way, I want to mention that one as well. That was Moon. The next one right here is the Pol Sci, and then the other one is the economics station. Let's head over right now to room 203, and as you can see, there's Pol Sci right there. There's economics right over there on the other side again. There's the divider right there representing the 2 separate booths right here. Hi, Janella. Let's check the other stations right now as we speak, and then this is the philosophy, linguistics, and literature station, where, as you can see, they own the entire room right here, and obviously this is a huge surprise that you'll get to see within the next couple of minutes time.
Ask for permission. Go, wait. No, leave. Very.
How dare you? Oh my God. The next one, or probably the last station that you'll get to see is obviously the history section. Obviously, we are not airing the booths, and they are still preparing for it right here. Again, this is an entire room right here, so there's literally nothing else left to see. So, the only thing that matters here at this point forward is the main stage, which will start in just a couple of minutes' time. We're heading over now to room 106, 107. We're going to start preparing some stuff right here before the start of the first segment this morning, which is the HUMSS Debate Showdown. And it will be moderated by one of our officers, and I'm pretty much sure you already know his name. And if you don't know, then you'll find out when Stephen does the voiceover. In the meantime, Cairo, can you still pick up for a bit?
Thank you very much, DK Sen. So as you can see what Sen's been doing lately, he has been doing well with his coverage lately. So yeah, I was just really relaxing finally because I was yeah. Okay, so while we wait for Sen to come back here, we will be covering some more non-news headlines, of course. So let's see what else we can cover right now. Also, I'm just gonna lower the volume because I'm still watching something. Okay, so let's head over to Get Busted this time. Since San is AFK for now, but probably he will be back when he's ready. So, give me a moment as I will do the screen share here. Oh, whoops. Did I already make a mistake here? Okay, let's check. Okay, but yeah, alright, so in the meantime, guys, let's do another gaming headlines, because why not? So we will be waiting for while we return to the coverage later. We'll take a break for now, but let's head over to some gaming news for now. As Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma, and Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar digital pre-orders are now available in the new trailer. So, Marvelous USA, and Marvelous Europe have opened digital pre-orders for Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma, and Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar for Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch. So, it is due out for Nintendo Switch 2, Nintendo Switch, and PC via Steam on June 5. Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar will follow for Switch 2, Switch, and PC via Steam on August 27. And for the pre-order details for Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma, let's have a look here, which you can see they have the digital pre-order posters here. And if you get the digital standard edition, you get the Rune Factory 4 Hero Outfit Bundle. And for the deluxe DLC set, you get the Festive Actir and Dark Wobbly Bundle, Seasons of Love Bundle, and the Super Digital Deluxe DLC set, you have Festive Actir and Dark Wobbly Bundle, Seasons of Love Bundle, Digital Art Book, and Digital Soundtrack, which are the good bonuses here. And of course, the next one is something you can expect. And of course, the next one, and the next slide you have is that you have Subaru's costume, Kayuya's costume, and Dark Wobbly. And for the Rune Factory for outfits, you have the following. You have the Lulaka's Rune Factory for outfit, Margaret Aryoha's Rune Factory for outfit, Shapai, Ina's Rune Factory for outfit, Korika Clarice Rune Factory for outfit, Julius Batu Masuri's Rune Factory for outfit, Forte, and Kanaka's Rune Factory for outfit. And finally, hereafter you have Subaru's Rune Factory outfit, Last, and Kayuya's Rune Factory outfit, Prey. So that's the pre-order process for Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma. Next is Story of Seasons. Nothing much here, but you also have the good bonuses too. So you have the base game and Kausa DLC for the digital standard edition. And for the deluxe edition, you get the same, but you also get Trunk of Transformation DLC bundle. And for Super Digital Deluxe Edition, same as the standard edition and deluxe edition, you also get Trunk of Transformation DLC bundle, digital art book, and digital soundtrack. And there you have it. So these are the pre-order bonuses you can get for both Wood Factory Gardens of Azuma and Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar. And now I think San is back. I think San. Okay. If I still don't have any response for San, we will continue in the meantime. Alright, so yep, I think San is AFK in the meantime, so we're going to continue with my own gaming headlines until then. Now, this is a huge news for PlayStation fans because you guys are getting some goodies there. So this adds audio focus and classic console UI customizations. So Sony Interactive Entertainment will release the latest software update for PlayStation 5 on April 24, which adds the new audio focus feature and the return of classic console user interface customizations the company announced. Here's the audio focus UI and how it works. Let's watch this.
We only have 30 seconds left.
Come on, let's hurry.
Contact 6 o'clock.
I'm going to push back somehow.
So that is the audio focus UI. And how it works, you can choose a range of preset options which makes it easier to distinguish sounds like in-character dialogue, subtle sound effects such as footsteps and ghosts like grass, as well as voices and party chats for a more immersive game experience. And you have boost options like boost low pitch, boost voice, boost high pitch, boost quiet sounds. And this is how it looks there. And the classic console designs for the PS5 user interface returns. So during our 30th anniversary celebrations, we surprise our fans with a little bit of time selection of nostalgic customization features for the PlayStation system user interface to honor the 4 PlayStation consoles that paved the way for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation 4. Due to the overwhelmingly positive response from our community, we are happy to bring back the look and feel of the 4 console designs from place to customize the home screen on PlayStation 5. And yes, ladies and gents, they brought back the look of the classic homepage customizations, or should I say of the UI. So yeah, it's a huge win-win, guys. It's a huge win-win. They're bringing it back. You can see this is PS3, this is PS4, and so forth, so forth. And yes, it can be accessed under settings menu. So yes, this is actually good news, guys. This is actually good news. And that's the PS5 software update, which you can expect the audio focus and classic console UI customizations. It's gonna be good, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be good. Alright, so let's see if... Okay, so San is still not here, so probably after the ad break, yeah. Or we'll do one more and then we'll take a break. So yeah, let's see what else here.
Good morning, Cairo. I've been here for quite a while now.
Actually, I'll do one more and then you will hand over. I'll hand over because yeah.
Sure. I'm still busy anyway here. Go ahead.
Yeah, take your time, San. Okay, so we'll do one more and then I'll hand it over to San. So, let's see. You know what? We will cover. Oh. Why is my graphics like this? Alright, so let's see. Pokemon, yeah, I think we already, I don't know if I covered that already or not. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Yeah, you want those games, right? So here you go. Now let's see the weekly dub. Yay! Oh, that's a long title here. So yeah, Axis Games will release a physical edition of, yeah, you want those games. I already said that many times, but it will be for PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch this summer in North America. So it contains both the first and the second game, which first launched digitally for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and PC by Steam on December 19, 2024. So yeah, and then. And what is this game exactly? Well, it contains both those games and those games. 2 collections which have Pin Pool, Number Tower, Color Lab, Parking Lot, and Cash Run. Well, those games too includes Knockback Shooter, Pinball Tube, Joe and Guard, Numbers Dungeon, and Spellbinding Scroll. Wild! And then you can you have to clear all the stages for a mini game to unlock its respective rank up challenge, where you can post your clear time and scores online to challenge players from around the world in monthly rankings. Use the coins you have earned to get new plates and titles with Gotcha, and create your own very own nameplate. So the first game has 8,910,000 different combinations, and the second has even more, 30,375,000 possible combinations. Don't worry, the second game gives you the option to spin 10 times at once. Go on, we dare you to try them all. So that is a hilarious, that is a very hilarious game, and this is also the long title I have ever read here. And now, that is all from me. We'll be back again later. Now back to you, DJ Sen, for the continued coverage of HUMSS Natto, the Hello Pilipinas special coverage. Sen!
Cairo, good morning once again. Okay. Okay. If you will give me a minute or two, we have some developments right here coming along the way. Okay, so apparently it is now exactly 8:41. I suggest we should take another break here because apparently we are not yet prepared. We're not sure if this room is going to be divided again because of the main event. So we'll be right back in just a moment. Stay along with us.
How are they going to be divided in the first place?
By the way, I want to mention this one as well. Moon is beside with me. She's going to headline one of the segments as well.
Moon.
So
DJ Moon. Yeah, we'll Hi DJ Moon. We're gonna introduce you later. But Sen, we will be taking a break, right? So yeah.
Before we go, do you have anything to say, Alexa? Do you have anything to say?
Stay happy, stay healthy, and live your life. Yes, thank you.
There you go.
That's right, DJ Moon. Thank you very much. And now we'll be taking a break. So, yes, HUMSS Natto, this Hello Pilipinas special coverage, will return after the break. We will be right back.
This is Hughes 95.5. And now, live from the headquarters of Hughes 95.5, this is HUMSS Natto, the Hello Pilipinas special coverage. Napatunayan na, sa panahon ng pinakamatinding pagsubok, dala ni James Roaf ang pagbangon, pag-asa at pagbabago. Nang tinamaan tayo ng matitinding kalamidad, nagpatayo si Roaf ng higit 200,000 bahay at nagbigay ng hanap buhay para sa mga nasakuna. Nang naging kalihim ng turismo si Roaf, higit 5 milyong